Hello, my name is Richard Hibbler. In this video I want to show you how I work out whether a property that I'm interested in is worth pursuing or not based on the potential profit level. To help me in my decision I use a rental arbitrage calculator. Now everyone has their own method, but what I'm going to show you is how I do it. So the screen you can now see is the Rental Arbitrage Quick Entry Calculator. And this is what I use if I want to do a quick analysis on a property to see whether it's even worth thinking about. So at the top left hand corner you will see a settings section, and whatever I enter in here will be reflected into the main body of the calculator below. So for the property I'm looking at, which is a 2-bed condo, I'm estimating that I can get $100 a night rent. So we'll put in $100 for the rate per night. Based on my research, I believe I can get a 75% occupancy rate. So this is my target. 75. Now I'm going to put 8% for co-host or listing percentage fees, because I'm going to be listing on Airbnb, which is 3%, VRBO, which is 8%, and I'm going to be on Booking.com, which can be 10 or more percent. So I'm estimating 8%. The lease is due to start in March, so I enter that here. This is where I enter the $1,200 a month for the rent, fully furnished, so it's a good deal. I can enter utilities. Now the utilities, insurance and internet here are user definable, and these are then pulled through into the main body of the calculator, as you can see here. And the red rows you don't touch, they're calculated. But I can enter as many lines into the area below that, either expense lines or income lines, as I wish. So let's just go back to the settings. I have utilities, 110. The insurance, I'm estimating $50 a month. Now I do recommend, if you're taking direct bookings, you really should have your own liability insurance. And I've had a number of owners say to me, do you have liability insurance? So I think it's quite important. Internet and cable, I'm going to put $90. Now, there's always a setup cost, so I'm going to have initial setup costs, set up, and $750 I'm estimating for that, and it's an expense. The bottom of the calculator is showing me the various positions for each month, whether I'm in a profit or a loss. So the bottom of the calculator, it shows me the month income, the monthly expenses, the monthly profit or loss. So we have a loss in March, but that's because of the setup costs. And we have a running total. And the bottom right hand side gives you the total over 12 months. So in this instance, at the end of 12 months, I'm going to be making a profit, according to the calculator, of $6,690. The last column shows me my totals for each of the expense lines, a total for income. So we have total income, 27,000. We have totals for each of the expense line. So total rent is 14,400. So I can see the total income is 27,000. The total for my expenses is 20,310. My profit is 6,690. Now let's change some of these figures a little bit. What if I have a bad year and I only get 50% occupancy? What's going to happen? Well, let's just change that. I'm in the settings section at the top again. I'm changing occupancy to 50%, and as you can see, everything on the bottom now is negative. So let me just go back and change that 50% to 60%, and we're back in profit. So 60% occupancy, $100 a night, gives me a profit of $1,722 at the end of the year. So let's just play around with this a little bit to try and work out where the break-even point is. So I'm going to guess 55% occupancy, and let's see. Okay, so that's giving me, let me look at the bottom right hand corner, at the end of 12 months, if I only had 55% occupancy at $100 a night, I'm only going to get $66 at the end of the year. So that's as near to a break-even point that you can get, I think. So I hope what this shows you is that it's really easy just to get a quick snapshot of where you could be in 12 months with a particular property. So just for fun, I'm just going to change that, I don't want to end on a negative or a very low profit. So let's just change that to 85% occupancy. And we're going to make 10,000 profit. 85% occupancy, $100 a night. The calculator is now showing a profit at the end of the year of $10,002. I am now going to show you the other option that I use on the Rental Arbitrage Calculator, and this is the detail entry or month by month option. As you can see from the settings, top left hand corner, I have average rate per night showing at 102.50 cents, and it's getting this value from the main body of the calculator based on the figures that I've already entered. The average percentage occupancy is showing at 76.71%, and the average monthly income is showing at $2,453.33. I can enter different days for each month and different rates for each month, so I can take account of the high and low seasons. If you look at the bottom of the calculator, bottom right, you will see that the current profit is showing at $8,984.80. If I go in and change some of the days booked, you will see the effects on the calculator. So let's change June to be 22 days, July the same, 22 days. We're going to make August 24 days and September 24 days booked. You can see at the bottom of the calculator the profit is now showing as $6,776.80, and looking at the settings top left, we can see that the average percentage occupancy is now 71.23%. Let's change some of the rates, so we'll do it on the same months. So for June I'm going to change it to 105 for July. In fact, we're going to do the same for August and September. If we look at the bottom of the calculator, bottom right, we can see that the profit has now been reduced to $5,507.20. Top left, we can see that the average rate per night has now been calculated and is showing as $97.50. So you can see that both options are very easy to use, and this is a tool that helps me in my decision making as to whether a property is going to be profitable or not. So I hope you found this interesting. I hope it encourages you to find your own way, your own method of working out what the deal is on the property. Are you going to make a profit? Should you be signing those leases? I hope that you found this video helpful. If you do have any questions, please feel free to contact me at the email address at the bottom of this screen.